Hello and welcome to my review of the long-awaited Green Lantern movie starring Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Peter Sarsgaard.
Alright, so finally I get to review this movie. Sorry that it was late, guys. I had some personal stuff to take care of. But now let's jump right into Green Lantern. This movie centers on Hal Jordan, a cocky air test pilot played by Ryan Reynolds. He hasn't really found a purpose in his life, but that's about to change. A group of intergalactic peacekeepers called the Green Lantern Corps, and their greatest warrior, Abin Sur, has been defeated by an evil entity known as Parallax. And he sends his ring, which is the source of their power, the source of the Green Lantern Corps' power, which essentially allows them to create objects through their will. It uses this green energy of willpower to create whatever they want to create. Anyway, he sends this ring out to find the next successor to him, and voila, it chooses Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan, and the movie just starts from there. We also have some drama thrown into the mix from Peter Sarsgaard, who portrays Hal's old friend Hector Hammond, who becomes consumed by Parallax. Now, this is a movie that's had a very mixed track record, you might say. First trailer came out, everybody was like, "This movie will burn in hell!" Then as more footage came out, we kind of went like, yeah, it looks pretty good. And what's been the reception since it came out? This movie will burn! You get the picture. But is it quite as bad as people are saying?
Not really. But in an age where superhero movies are becoming so good, it does feel like one of the more underwritten and mediocre ones to come out of the bunch.
The main thing this movie has going for it is its visual effects. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about these because they've seen a lot of unfinished footage in the trailers, but man, let me tell you, have those effects come a long way since November. I mean, wow. The visual style of this movie is beautiful. Everything from the environment, the planet of Oa, to the characters, to the suits, to the suit of the main character, to the constructs. They look like they're drawn out of a comic book watercolor painting, and it just bounces off the screen. And I don't even see this movie in 3D. And I felt like I was right there in this just amazing environment watching all this stuff move. It doesn't do a whole lot to help the story, but man, does it do something to pull you in. And the other thing this movie has going for it is Ryan Reynolds, who plays a very compelling lead character. Now, a lot of people were a little worried about this because Ryan Reynolds is mostly known for comedies and not superhero movies, but he really can carry a film. He strikes a great balance with this character of a cocky arrogantness that's the exterior, that's the thing that he shows most people, and a real afraidness and just fear of things that are going to happen to him, and he balances these out perfectly, and he feels like the only true 3D fleshed out character in this movie, and he's very good in this film. And once he gets behind the Green Lantern suit, you are 100% behind him. And also, one more quick shout out to Mark Strong, who plays Sinestro in this film. He's kind of the leader of the Green Lantern Corps. He's excellent as well. He's kind of getting typecast in these more villainish roles, but he does do a good job, and the effects work on his character is amazing. But the problem is, this movie was written in 5 minutes. This script is such a first draft. It feels like it was never edited. All the stuff on Oa and in outer space is pretty good and flows well for the most part. But everything on Earth, man, can these guys not write exposition. Ryan Reynolds has a decent character arc, but everyone else in this movie, even Sinestro, is underdeveloped to hell. You don't learn a damn thing about these people, whether it be the three-way relationship character arc that's supposed to be going on between Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively and Peter Sarsgaard, or Peter Sarsgaard's relationship with his father, or anything going on in this movie. It just feels so underwritten, and the exposition is just so 5th grade essay writing. Especially Blake Lively's character. She was just written horribly. There's a scene where Ryan Reynolds says, "I'm sorry," and Blake Lively says, "Did you just apologize?" I mean, there's just such obvious exposition here, and the superhero story going on is just so routine. We've seen it 100 billion times before. And for a Martin Campbell-directed film, which is a guy I expect huge action from, he doesn't deliver much of a climax. The action that he does have in this film is okay, and for the most part well filmed and all that good stuff, and it's creative. But there's just not enough of it. This is not a Martin Campbell film. This movie feels kind of soulless. And overall, it does have some merits. It's a fun film. It moves along at a good pace.
It has some really great moments, and Ryan Reynolds is terribly earnest. But this movie it's okay, but it's just mediocre compared to some other superhero films. I can't really go higher than 2.5 stars out of 4 this one. It's solid, I guess, but you don't really need to go see it in the theater. You can definitely wait until DVD to catch this one. And if you like this review, subscribe to my channel, because there'll be plenty more reviews and videos coming up.